I'm Dr. Malnikof with Palmercare Chiropractic. I thought we'd talk for a minute just about fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, because I see it a lot. I know that a lot of people, when they're thinking about fibromyalgia and chiropractic, they're a little bit worried to go because of the adjusting and the thrusting. And I gotta tell you, maybe it's true and maybe you should be, because a lot of the times what causes fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, is just chronic inflammation all over your body, just making everything just go crazy. So yes, if I were to sit here and, like most of our chiropractic patients, lay you face down and thrust, it literally might cause you to be sore for weeks, and that's just not the approach that we should do. Instead, I want to demonstrate kind of what we do with fibromyalgia patients, because I specialize in fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and really enjoy taking care of it. So first, the first bone in your neck is called your atlas. A lot of research shows that if that atlas pushes forward, which is actually the opposite of what we see in like 90% of our patients, that it can put pressure on your brainstem and it can lead to pain and fatigue all over your body. So we can do a simple test. So you're just going to resist. Where I just push, she sticks her tongue out. Go ahead. It's funny. And she resists. She's strong, but by sticking her tongue out, the muscles literally pull the atlas forward, and if it's in the wrong place or putting pressure, the arm goes weak. The adjustment is so simple. We literally just pop the table up and a little drop of the table, and that's all we have to do to kind of set that atlas. There's almost no thrust at all. The next thing we look at is your cranium. So your cranial bones are connected by sutures, and every time you breathe, the sutures go in and out and pump fluid kind of up and down your spinal cord. Now if the cranial sutures get stuck, the spinal fluid gets stuck, and you can end up with aches and pain all over your body and a lot of fatigue because you're not pumping that fluid. So there's a simple test for that. You're going to put your arms up. I'm just going to try to pull those apart. She resists. She's strong. And then when she opens her mouth, we stress the cranial bones, and when I go to resist, it just gets weak. That's just a signal that we can do some really basic cranial moves to get that fluid pumping. Now, last, I'm going to sit you up and put you on your stomach. The body can be stuck in what we would call sympathetic mode. So if I'm in fight or flight, that's kind of like a stressed out mode, then that's called sympathetic nervous system. If I'm in sympathetic mode, then I've got all my blood flow and nerve flow going to my hands and my feet, staying away from the core of my body. That makes it hard to digest, hard to sleep. It makes it so that you have chronic inflammation, you have aches, you have pains, and one of the only ways we can get you out of that is with a simple technique. We put a little pressure here and a little pressure there, and by holding that, we literally can turn the body into what we would call a parasympathetic, which helps it heal. Now the last thing I'll tell you, and just come sit up, face that way. The last thing I'll say is your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands give you energy. If you have a sore spot right above your kidneys where your adrenals are, that means you might have adrenal fatigue. Chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia sometimes aren't really what's going on. Sometimes it's that, and it's an easy solution to take care of your adrenals. But the only way to find out is to come in and go through a really extensive exam and see what's going on and see why you have fibro, why you have chronic fatigue, figure out the actual cause, and then see what we can do to help, and if we can help. So just give us a call, and we'd love to meet you.